Well, good morning. Today is Saturday, January 19th, and we are on our way to our Weight Watchers meeting, or W, whatever you want to call it. It did snow a little bit last night, but nowhere near what they said we were supposed to get. I consider this a dusting, but it's probably about an inch, if that. But it is still snowing, so it might accumulate a little bit more. We will see. But definitely no walking. And no birthdays either, which is unusual. I usually seem to have I have some birthdays coming up tomorrow, but none today. I thought I was going to be the first one on the snow, but no, there's been a couple other cars ahead of me. So we'll just have to live with that, I guess. I was going to go to Mary's house because I have to get out the receipt. I got 3 tea kettles for Christmas, and I went to return the one and I'd get a store credit, and Mary paid cash for it, so I have to go to her house to get the slip, because they were only going to give me lowest sale price, which was like $10 less than what Mary paid for it. So but I'll see how it is when we come out. I think the side streets are always kind of sketchy. That's why I'm going so slow, because you can't tell, but I am going slower than I normally do on a side street. The speed limit is 25. I'm probably going about 10. But we had a lot of ice underneath, so I just don't want to go sliding. Once I get on the main roads, they're salted, so that's fine. It's just getting out of the subdivision that's a problem. But I am going to track both today and tomorrow. I am going to film tomorrow. I do find that when I don't track on Sundays is when I tend to go bad. I do feel like I have a loss. I don't know, it's funny how you can feel it sometimes. I don't think it's going to be any major loss, but it's going to be a loss, and it'll be my 3rd week in a row. I'm with this with B from B's Journey, and Carrie over at Weight Watchers with Carrie. We're trying to see who can go the most consecutive weeks with the loss. And so far, all 3 of us have been having a loss every week. Carrie and B are having a race to see who can get into Wonderland first, because obviously they're closer to getting there than me. But Carrie and I both have about the same amount of weight to lose to get to our goal. So I'm just kind of watching her progress and kind of competing in my mind with her to see. I would be so cool if we both reach goal in the same week. That would be cool. But everybody's body's different, and she's way younger than me, so she can lose it a little bit quicker. Not to say that when you're old you can't lose weight, because you can. There's a lot of you out there that have proven that it's a little slower, it takes a little bit longer, but in the long run, the older you get, the more health issues you have too. So even if it takes a little bit longer, then you can at least improve your chances of not coming down with something so bad. Plus, you know what, when you eat right, you just feel better. You just really do feel better when you eat right. And I found that to be true, because on Sunday when I was craving, I was just craving foods that I was never meeting that expectation of thinking that was going to fulfill the need. And it was a journey into dismal being, because I can't even think of the right word to use, because that's not the right word. It was a journey into despair. There you go. Because I could never get the high that I was looking for the food. I guess there's no other word for it, because food is an addiction in some cases. It's and the unfortunate thing is, if you're an alcoholic, you just don't have alcohol anymore. I'm a popaholic, so I just try to avoid having pop. But let's face it, you can't go without food. You have to have food in one shape or form, and you can't just live just on water. So it's just, like I said, it's just a learning process about yourself. You got to learn every day you know, what your addictions are and how you can handle them and how you can control them, actually, because it's your life. It really is. It's your whole life. I know I sounded preachy today. I don't mean to sound preachy, but it reminds me of, like, I used to be a lector at church, and I had 2 instances when it was like funny, I guess is no other word for it. I guess it was just funny. But the one time I was always a lector, but I was reading not the gospel, the first reading and the second reading and the acclamation. I probably could have made it, but I don't know with this weather. It's going to take my time and wait. People behind me, I'm never going to see them again. They can honk all they want. I don't really care. But they're going to go, oh, brave move, Sandy. You're finally moving out onto the road. But anyway, I was doing the readings, and I started the first reading, and the people, I could hear all the people in the pews like flipping the pages, and I'm thinking, you know, what's the deal? And I thought, well, whatever. So I read the reading, did the acclamation. Nobody was following me with the acclamation. I'm thinking, what's going on? Why isn't anybody following me? Did the second reading, still heard all the papers flipping, didn't really think about it. So then the gospel comes, and the priest comes up and reads the gospel, and then he starts the sermon off and said, well, you know, like, we're going to talk today about the apostles. Everybody thinks that the works are written by the apostles, but I guess we have a living apostle amongst us, because Sandy gave us her interpretations of her readings, even though she read the wrong readings. So you guys were not wrong. So, and it wasn't like he was humiliating me, because he was just such a jokester priest, and he said it with such humor in his voice and not with any kind of judgment or anything like that. And everybody took it that way. Nobody took it that he was slamming me, because he, by no means was he slamming me. He was just trying to make a joke about it. And it's just, he was such a good priest. Everybody just loved him so much. And after Mass, when I was like leaving, everybody was saying, that was so funny about, you know, I thought maybe we were wrong. You know, we couldn't figure out where you were reading from. I says, yeah, you know, and that, I practiced that so well the night before. Next time I'll check the date. So I always, after that, always made sure I checked the date. But then the second time that, you know, this was not years later, but another time, I had to go to the bathroom so bad. And I knew that my readings were coming up. And I thought, I gotta wait, I can wait. And I thought, no, I can't wait, I just can't wait. And you know, you're not gonna signal to anybody that you're leaving to go to the bathroom. So I left through the sacristy, because there was a bathroom in the sacristy, and went to the bathroom, and I just felt so relieved. And then I come back, and just as I got back, it was my turn. It's like I couldn't have, like within a second, I was that quick back. It was just, and so then even when he did the sermon, he says, and the winner is, because I made it back so quickly. But I don't know, I miss him. He was Father Joe. He was so nice. It was just, you know, you get good preachers and ministers, and there's bad ones out there too. You know, it's unfortunate, but they're out there too. And when you get the good ones, they really stick in your mind. They really do. The priest that married us, Father Dorr, I so wanted him to say our Mass, to say my wedding Mass. And he got transferred just before our wedding to Chicago, which is like 5.5 hours away. And we were getting married on a Friday night at 6 o'clock. And he said he would do our wedding for us. And I was so happy that he was going to do our wedding for us. And he, oh, it's a little slippery here. Come on, going up a hill. I need new tires. I told you that. Oh, come on. I can see that I'm not going to be able to drive in the winter unless I get some better tires. So anyway, he what do you call it? Said that he'd do our Mass. So when we had a rehearsal on Thursday, he had contacted me earlier in the day and said that he wasn't going to make it to the rehearsal, but he would definitely be there for the wedding. And if not, you know, the Father John, who was there, was going to take over for him. So I said, okay, that's fine. And he did. He showed up just in time for the wedding. He was there in time for the wedding. And he officiated over the wedding. And then when the wedding was over, I said, well, you know, are you going to come to the reception and say the prayer? And he says, you know, unfortunately, I have to go right back to Chicago. And I went, you're not staying overnight in the rectory? And he said, no, I have to get back. So I said, oh, okay, you know, I'm so sorry, you know. And he got back in his car and drove back. So he left like at lunchtime, came and did my wedding, and then after that turned right around and went home. And then the following week, which I didn't know, he had to have heart surgery. And he died not too long after that because he had heart problems. And he was a young man. I mean, it was a congenital heart problem that he had. But that was a dedicated priest. You know, that was truly somebody from God. It really, really was. But all right, we're going to be really hitting the bumpy road here. It's not so like there's so much traffic. It's just that people are going a little bit slower and taking their time. But all right, this is made me realize that my tires are bad. I knew that they were bad, but didn't know that they were this bad. Hopefully the shutdown will end and I can get my refund check on time, because that's what I'm using the money for. I think I might be taking the money out before then, but I'm trying not to. I'm trying to hold off, because you know what, once you take money out of the savings account, sometimes you don't put it back. Not you, me. And I shouldn't even say sometimes. Most times I don't put it back, which is not good. I know that's the point of the... Okay, I don't know what you're doing. I know that's the point of having a savings account, is you can use it in an emergency. But sometimes my emergencies are defined way different than an emergency truly is. Oh my gosh, look how long I've been talking. All right, I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Well, third week in a row I've had a loss. It's not a great loss, but it's a loss. That's all that really matters. I had a loss. I did lose 0.1, so I'm back to 235.5. I'll take it. It's a loss. If you could have seen my Sunday, you'd understand how jubilant I am about that 0.1, because I worked really hard Monday through Friday to make up for Sunday, but that just shows you not only, I shouldn't have said only, correct myself, but losing 0.1 after I was done so poorly on Sunday is a victory. So let's battle this snow and get home. I'm not going to go to Mary's because it's gotten worse since I was in my meeting, and my life is worth more, so it's not like I have to do it today. So okay, let's go home, get on with our day. Well, Martha Porter wanted to know if I was still friends with Sue, and here's Jim and I and Sue at our 50th class reunion. And there we are right there. There I am there too. And the newest baby and her family. Okay, we're going to eat our breakfast now. I know it's a pretty big breakfast. But I started my day with a prayer. I drank 60 ounces of water. My quote is, every day is another chance to change your life. I get 42 weeklies. It's 23 points for the day. As you can see, it's a high point breakfast, 14 points. But I'm going with the thought that I'm going to use 6 extra points each day. So I'm starting off with 29 points. So 5 points for my half a cup of pancake mix, 1 point for my pancake syrup, 3 points for my bacon, 4 points for my hot chocolate, and 1 point for my marshmallows. And I forgot to put my egg and banana as 0. So it's 14 points. So that left me with 9 plus my 6 for my weekly. So I still have 15 points left for the rest of my day. I'm going to try this weekend, see if I can stay on track. Okay, you get to see me in my pajamas. I forgot to tell you that today is Terry Armstrong's 39th wedding anniversary, and I'm already done editing my video, and that's why it's right in the middle. I didn't want to put it at the end. I didn't want Terry to think I forgot about her, but happy anniversary. Happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, Happy, 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 happy anniversary. Happy, 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 happy anniversary. Well, happy anniversary, Terry. I didn't want you to think I forgot. Okay, we're going to have dinner. There's my chips and my sub. So there's 10 points for the Jimmy John sub, 5 points for the potato chips, and 0 for my water. Used 6 of my weeklies. Well, I think when it's all said and done, we probably ended up with about 4 inches of snow. So, you know, and it was so nice. My neighbor next door came over and shoveled our snow. He thought we weren't home because he said Jim usually gets out there before he does. And so he got the whole sidewalk done and the front part of the driveway. And then Jim opened up the garage door because he didn't know Jason was out there. So I called over there and thanked them. That was so nice of him to do. It really was. I do think having the 6 extra points really helped me out. Usually I'm pretty good on Saturdays anyhow. Tomorrow will be the real test, but I am going to vlog tomorrow, and I am going to track. So I do think that'll make the difference, and I think giving myself the 6 extra points today made all the difference in the world. It really did. I really think so. So other than that, I haven't got anything else. I talked so much this morning. This video will be way too long if I talk too long now. So give this video a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and share, and I will see you tomorrow.